And I'm not in my usual stomping grounds, just a casual 75 degrees and sunny here in South Florida for the Boca Raton Bowl later today between Syracuse and USF. It's been raining all day in stores, but it was pouring buckets inside Gamble Pavilion for the 3-seeded UConn Huskies as they defeated Jackson State 86-64. All eyes have been on the Super Bowl today, which is understandable. You had to make those yummy appetizers, give a crash course on the rules of football to a Swiftie, and place a bet on who Usher was going to bring out for his halftime performance. I get it. Buffalo is home of the chicken wing, as it was created here at the Anchor Bar back in 1964. Buffalonians, they eat their wings with blue cheese, not with ranch or any of that other garbage. Monday was the first time that the media had the opportunity to get to know Fran Brown, the new head honcho of the Orange. The 31st head coach in Syracuse football history won the day with his charismatic attitude and transparency during his introductory press conference. Della Penna here with Iona head coach Rick Pitino. Coach, it was a 7-point lead for you guys at halftime. What adjustments did your team make to really take command of what was previously a back-and-forth matchup?
You know, this was probably our poorest game in the last 15.
Do you have anything out there for first base today that is maybe a little bit different than what you've done in the past, or no?
Actually, I do. I've been working on this new breaking trick. I have to go to a headstand and then do like a little 360 down to the ground. You might see that today, so be prepared. Make sure you stay tuned.
Should I try that?
Oh, no.
Back here in Atlantic City, Griffin Della Penna here with my good friend Baloo, and he's finally up at a really good time. Even though Niagara's currently up by 1, there's been 13 lead changes and 6 ties so far. He's up right now. And guys, everybody else should be as well, because Mac After Dark, it's living up to expectation. Hello everyone, and welcome inside our Newhouse studios. Griffin Della Penna joined alongside Samantha Croston. And Sam, the number 4 team in the country, most of the time you don't see that team with a 2-2 record being so high in the standings, but they've had a very difficult schedule to start off the season.
I was going to say, you have to give them a little bit of slack.
Coach Apper told me going into the third period that he loves the aggression on the forecheck. Led to a lot of high danger opportunities early on in the second period and that 2-1 lead. But the self-inflicted wounds continue to pile up as they have all stretch long for the Amherst during this recent losing skid. And they want to clean that up if they want to have some holiday magic up their sleeve in the final 20 minutes of action.
As it's the best time of the year, March Madness is here. The brackets came out earlier tonight, so we're here to break it all down. There's 2 different regional sites this year, one of them being very close by in Albany, New York, the other in Portland. And it looks like out of those 2 regional spots, Kalia, Albany 2, it is loaded right now with talent.
Get down now to ice level. Here's Griffin once again.
Don, we want to be a little comfortable down here right on the bench. Joseph, 14.7 left when you just surrendered that last goal. What do you need to see from the rest of the D-core in the third?
Yeah, that's a tough one to give up on.
We are very lucky to be joined with Mason Cohn after the game. Mason, congrats on the win. And now that you've had a little bit of a sample size of D1 lacrosse over this last week, how has that transition been like for you?
It's been great, really good supporting cast around me, great guys. So,
as the Syracuse women's basketball team prepares for the ACC tournament, a crucial part of the Orange's success is someone that isn't getting buckets on the hardwood or drawing up plays courtside. Kate Walters is the program's office coordinator and came over to athletics after being part of the fundraising staff at Newhouse. She knew that her skill set could be a great addition.
Your hair looks pretty today.
For what head coach Felicia Leggett-Jack was trying to build.
Someone one day just told me about a job that Coach Jack had been hired and that she was looking for an assistant. I'd never met Coach Jack. I knew nothing about women's basketball, but I said, boy, she's got a good energy. Seems like someone I'd like to be around.
And the rest is history. For year 1 of the FLJ era, it was a learning experience for everyone in the program, including Walters.
We didn't know what we were doing. Nobody knew. We were just trying to figure it out as we went. It was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done, but it was one of the most fun things I've ever done.
While juggling her new job and pursuing a bachelor's degree, Walters always found time to make the lives of those around her easier. Strength and conditioning coach Matt Weidelspa recognized her selflessness immediately when he joined the staff this summer.
So Miss Kate was the first one who kind of welcomed us as a family. So Miss Kate's helped us move in. I actually stayed at Miss Kate's house for like a week.
Her kindness has been recognized by the entire program for going above and beyond to help the student athletes.
Fans obviously don't get to see what Miss Kate does, right? But she does a lot of the dirty work that nobody sees. Like one, for instance, is like we make smoothies for the women. And I was making them way ahead of the game. So after they were like liquidy watery. So in this case, like I'll just make them during halftime.
Walters is fortunate to have built relationships with players like Deasia Fair and Coach Matt, but her time spent with head coach Felicia Leggett-Jack stands above the rest.
Sorry. Coach Jack has taught me so much about myself. She filled a need in me that I didn't know was there. She's my sister that that I never knew I had this sister. Any day that I can be around her and just get her energy is a good day.
That level of appreciation is reciprocated towards Walters for her daily impact on the entire program.
I would say thank you for being welcoming, because if you've met Miss Kate, the first thing, like if you're nervous going into something and you're like, am I going to fit in? She welcomes you right away and you feel like, okay, I could definitely at least be with Miss Kate.
In Syracuse, Griffin Della Penna, NCC News.